New marriage research is coming out all the time for couples, and I love that. And I really enjoy getting that information and reading about it because it helps me help you all, especially in my private practice. This is essential that I know I keep up to date with what's helpful. We found out some new information recently that in happy marriages, the perception of each partner had of their partner was one of the most important things that that would dictate how the marriage would go. What kind of how many years it would last, would it be happy, would the people be committed? That's right, their perception of each other and their appreciation for each other. So when couples rated really high, and they did that through several different tests within this one test, we found that the couples who appreciated each other more, the ones who knew how much the other one added to their life, were more likely to be happy, successful, and go the distance. So what happens, since we know appreciation and the perception of one's partner matters so much, what happens when your partner begins to assume the worst of you? They no longer give you a break. They no longer expect that you're going to do the right thing. In fact, they're expecting the worst. Well, we know this happens when there's a lot of conflict, unresolved conflict, or one partner feels especially taken advantage of. We also know that what goes on in therapy matters, and that therapy can actually change these people. So today, if you're feeling like you're assuming the worst of your partner, or your partner's always assuming the worst of you, and it leads to, assumptions, conflict, I've got what I'm going to use in my offices today and for the future for helping couples through this. Go through this video with me. Watch it with your partner, and make these changes. Write them down if you have to, because practice makes perfect. And I'm going to suggest that my personal clients practice at least 3 of these every day. The first, I want you to ask what led you to first assuming the worst of your partner. Were you in a different season of life? Did something happen? Did they betray you? Was there a total upset, a crisis? You need to write it down, and you need to communicate it. And then as you practice this, when you're talking about it, your partner needs to be there for you, and they need to make an apology if it involved them, or you need to resolve it together. Secondly, practice gratitude. We do know that when couples start making a list of 3 things they're grateful for with each other every day, and they relay that verbally to their partner, that things start changing in the relationship. Couples begin seeing another side, a better side, a side they can respect. And this is huge if the two of you are at wit's end, always in conflict, and not being really kind to each other anymore. Next, you want to change the climate of the relationship. If the relationship has become all work, no play, or the two of you on the weekends, you sit around and watch TV, you need to shake things up. You need to start doing some activities together. You need to get invested in new hobbies together, maybe traveling, maybe going fishing, whatever it is. It's important you change the climate. If it's all about taking care of your children or your adult children, you need to change that up. You need to hire a babysitter for the little ones. If they're older kids, you need to make sure that they're away from you, that you have privacy, that you reset the boundaries of your marriage, keeping the two of you sacred. Keep your own health in check. We know through marriage research, one after another, that when couples don't feel good physically or mentally, they are not good partners. They cannot respond in a way that they do when they're healthy. So if you've let your health slide and you become a pill popper, instead of taking responsibility, making lifestyle changes, cleaning up your diet, Begin walking. This is something that you can do together to help motivate each other. You can start going for bike rides. You can go walking. You can join a fitness group. There's many things you can do that will take care of two of these. And then you won't, like, if you start changing your lifestyle, that's also going to help with changing the climate of your relationship, doing new things, doing one new thing together. Then there's just one more that you would have to practice during the week to start making huge changes in your relationship. Practice mindfulness and relaxation. Part of the reason couples start assuming the worst of their partner is they're no longer able to relax, to really get a full picture of their partner. They jump to conclusions because they have that urgency, they have that stress, they have their anxiety. So what I'm going to suggest you do is you practice your own relaxation, whether that's listening to quieting music, praying, meditating, doing yoga, whatever that is. Practice mindfulness. If you want to practice it together, you can, but you should be doing your own practice on the side too. We know that when people calm down, they begin seeing the big picture better, not only of the world, but of themselves and each other. And it helps take away that urgency, that stress, that defensiveness. Avoid negative, exaggerated talk. Your partner should never, I'm going to use never, you should never allow yourself to say, you always, or you never, or you will forever, or I know you so well. When you begin saying those things, what you're actually doing is limiting not only your perception, but their perception. The way to encourage and make changes in yourself and a partner is to encourage them. Tell them how what they do in the moment affects you. For example, if they go and make you coffee and bring it to you, you say, oh my God, thank you. This is like the kindest thing you could do for me. And it makes me feel so loved. When you begin seeing those small moments and appreciating those, you're going to be really helping not only dilute your picture from being negative to positive, but making it more real and understanding that this is your partner, this is your friend, this is the person you chose to share your life with. Avoid scorekeeping. The most miserable marriages, I've told you before, are tit for tat. You need to even the score. If I do this for you, then you do this for me. Stay away from that. Don't bargain like that with your partner, playing against them. Say, maybe if we both get this done, we can go reward ourselves and we can go to a great dinner that we will really enjoy, or we can go dancing. Make it fun, something like that. Practice empathy. When your partner's feeling bad, instead of beating them up more, support them. Tell them, I'm here for you. I understand. I've had these things happen. I'm really sorry you have to go through this. This is hard work. It's a lot of work. But wouldn't you rather invest in your marriage, in something that you're co-creating with another person, than live a miserable life with this person where you always felt like you were mismatched, or this just wasn't a person that saw your greatness? So many people limit themselves in marriage. They get married and they think it's the end of the road. The marriage is the beginning of the road. And when you hit a bump, drive out of it. Don't stay in it. Keep moving forward. This is a great practice to help you move forward in a positive light.